going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight into the Superstick built G56 in this truck. I wanted to give it some miles to break in. There's still more break-in miles to go. I don't drive it as much as I used to, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of what the Superstick transmission does. And that is paired up with a Clutchmaster FX1200 dual ceramic clutch. If you guys haven't seen the video on that clutch or the transmission in general, those links will be, well, somewhere, probably down below. But in short, this is a G56 mild build. They're 1,000 horse build. They do a few things to it. They changed the 5th and 6th gear hard parts to make them hold more power. They changed the gear ratio on the input of the transmission, which gears the whole transmission down, which I like because this truck has 342 gears and it was a nightmare on 37s. Now it's great. Another thing too, and this might be fighting us a little bit, is this truck has a Lasersmith short shifter. It's not a short throw, it's just a short shifter. And I'm actually thinking about taking that out to kind of see what it does without that. I put that shifter in a long time ago, and for me the reach isn't bad. It's a little bit shorter than a factory one, but with long arms it's fine. But I want to see if the factory shifter makes it a little smoother for me. But with all that being said, let's get out, let's go for a little rip. So cruising along, it's pretty good. If you guys can hear, there's not a lot of rollover noise. It's pretty quiet. It's as tame as your standard transmission. You know, the only things I notice right off the bat is the different gear ratio in the input and their synchros. They have their own proprietary synchro. They do some windcraft on and make them work really good. Talking to Cody, this transmission should shift just as quick at 5,000 RPM as it does down around 2,500 RPM, which on a factory G56 is unheard of. So that's another thing they do to make them better. There's just a lot of small improvements that they've really, you know, from trial and error, have figured out over the years, and they have made this transmission a lot better. In my opinion, they are one of the best ones out there, if not the best one out there to have your G56 built. And like I was saying with the break-in, this transmission's not broken yet. It's actually far from broken. They say 2,000 miles is kind of the magic number on this transmission as far as being broken or getting comfortable. I probably have about, I don't know, 1,500, 1,800 miles on it. So as I get more miles on it, it's gonna naturally get happier and happier and happier to loosen up. They set them up really tight when they build them. And that's why they recommend that 2,000 mile window to really get them working. So the last thing I have to say before I shut my mouth and just drive this thing is this transmission will shift way better than I can. So what you see in this video doesn't depict on what the limitations of the transmission are. What you see is the limitation of myself. I do not get out and beat on this truck very often. Quite frankly, because I depend on it every day, and I've broken it way too much this year already. So keep an open mind. This thing does shift really well, and it's only going to did tell you guys a long time ago that I would do this. I wanted to emphasize more on this transmission and just how good it is. But I wanted to get some braking miles on it first. The one thing I will say is I'm still not quite sold on this clutch. At first I loved it, and you know, it's still good. I still really like it, but it is very, very finicky. You know, going from a South Bend, which made a hell of a lot of noise, but it was a hybrid, a ceramic organic clutch. It had a little more slip. This one here, being a dual ceramic, has no slip. On top of the fact that this Clutchmaster FX 1200 is significantly lighter than a factory setup, whereas the South Bend was significantly heavier. It lets the motor rev up and down a lot quicker. And that's why I say I think I need to just play with it. Staying on the throttle a little bit when I'm shifting so it doesn't completely fall out. You know, different things, but that'll all come in time. If you guys have any questions, you know, you're more than welcome to leave them down in the comment section. Other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. So I'm gonna let you go, enjoy your week, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.